Welcome. You have reached Imperial Sports. Congratulations to the Los Angeles Lakers reaching their 17th championship as an organization. Shout out to LeBron James for reaching his fourth title, fourth Finals MVP. And you can't take nothing from him. I seen a lot of sportscasters and shows, videos. You got a lot of people saying, this he had an easy road to the finals. They talk about the bubble circumstances. Everybody in the bubble had the same circumstances. The same way at the beginning of the bubble when LeBron was complaining about the rims and shooting, and everybody was like, well, everybody got the same circumstances. Your team just not shooting properly, or where they could get off, and then boom, they caught fire. Gave them a couple games and they caught fire, and the rest of the team caught fire the rest of the time there. And so you can't. You might hear some stories like his Lakers might have got some favoritism in some games, and I have seen some games where I questioned the ref calling fouls and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, those same teams that had a questionable fouls, I seen Lawrence where they were supposed to win and they didn't. Where they could have won and they didn't, and it didn't have nothing to do with the calls and they didn't. And he was only facing whoever was in front of him. So you can't take that away from him. I even heard somebody say asterisks on the championship. Nah, he earned it. Fourth title, fourth MVP. Nothing you can. What happens is with LeBron is because his LeBron James fanboys are so ecstatic of him that they push him through the roof so much that it develops hate where people can't admire his greatness. And it's what he has done in the NBA. He is a great player. You can't logically take that away from him. Now, as for GOAT, that's still going to be Michael Jordan in my opinion. He's not there, but in my opinion, he's overlapped Kobe Bryant. And I think, in my opinion, he overlapped Kobe Bryant. He took Kobe Bryant off of down on the list when he won the championship with Cleveland. So it's just the fanboys that hyped him so much. Then when you see Shannon Sharp and you see Nick Wright and you see all these other guys, and you sometimes in Kendrick Perkins, you see all these guys, and sometimes the stuff that they say is like, and I don't, in my opinion, I'll be like, do Ron even want them doing this? Well, he could be egotistical where he does, but I don't know. So, but it's like they do it too much, so it develops hate where everybody just hate on him, and say all types of stuff to pick this game. But hands down, the man earned his way, and shout out to him. Salute. I'm no hater. Still don't think he's a GOAT, but I do think if you want to pit him in a Mount Rushmore of players, in the Mount Rushmore, it's always four, but if you had to do five, he's definitely in top five player to ever play the game. You can't take that away from him. His accolades, he only could do it with pit in front of him, and he played the game in his era. So shout out to LeBron and that. Now the next question will be, is where do the Lakers go from here? Now the Lakers got a window right now. They could run off easy 2 more championships, easy. easy. And those people that, I mean, I didn't hear sportscaster. Well, you got Golden State coming back. You got, teams are going to get better. Yeah, and the Lakers can too. Um, they put together a team. You keep the nucleus. You keep LeBron, AD, Dwight Howard, Rondo, uh, Pope, Kuzma. His game suffers playing with LeBron for whatever reason. So he's kind of been a disappointment. They need to get rid of him. Danny Green, nobody's taking that contract, even though he's a bust, but nobody's taking that contract. Uh, Jared Dudley, he's out of here too. You know what I'm saying? So you could pick up some solid role players that will help you. I think the Lakers need like a third option type scorer. If you keep Waiters, let him play a whole season, see what you can get out of him. You might get keep Jr. just to see, but you still need, I think, a third option. And the Lakers will be right in the mix because you can't count on the Clippers. What the Clippers did, you can't count on them at all. So you can't, all that nonsense you want to talk about. The Clippers is gonna be right there. Nah, 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 nah. What they just did is nothing you can say to count on them. Um, Depending on if they make a trade and who they get for Paul George, that I guess we'll see. Um, Denver, who they gonna be able to pick up that's gonna make a difference? That Jokic, nice. Murray, nice. But I don't know if they got it in them. If they had to face LA again, it'd be the same story. I don't know if they got it in them. Who else? Golden State. Golden State still need another player. Like even the finals where they lost to Cleveland 3-1, Cleveland came back. Even that series, Harrison Barnes was the factor to me. Every time, if you ever got time and you look back at that whole series, he was missing the wide open shots. He was never the factor. If he was hitting down those shots, where he became that third option that can score. They had Steph, they had Clay. I don't count Draymond. They needed another player that could knock down shots. Iggy was hurt, so he wasn't that player. If they could find a solid player, then I'd start talking Golden State. Maybe. But Clay and Steph coming back, you need more. They better use that second draft pick, and get rid of Draymond. See what they could get. If they could somehow funnel in a decent trade for that second pick and somebody else, then they might be in a mix. Other than that, with the team they got now, they will not be able to compete with the Lakers. They'd be competitive, but Lakers is looking like a serious threat. That's why I said they could run off a second or a third championship. So if you go with who else is there? That's pretty much in the West. I'm here, and if you go over in the East, Miami can get better. If Miami pick up a solid one or because Jimmy Butler is really not a one option to me. He could be a third option to me for real, and then he could be a nice solid two option, and or you could pair him with another second option and let them go. So respect to Jimmy Butler, but I'll go with if they pick up another solid piece. That was really the difference in the finals because the two games that Miami won was off of Jimmy Butler's pure heart. You know what I'm saying? Pure heart. So salute to him to get 2 wins. And he's not the in that number one option role to pit it all together. Because honestly speaking, we could be going into a game 7 tomorrow if Jimmy could put it all together. You know what I mean? So he had the moments where he played with heart and they won. Then he had other games where it was like, where he at? He ain't putting it all together. And if he did, they would have won. You know, so, but that's no knock to him. If the Miami Heat can get a significant all-season player, they'll be right back into it. Right back into it. Uh, right back in the mix. They can get a solid all-season player. Now, it comes down to Brooklyn Nets. Now, this is what everybody's thinking. Brooklyn Nets versus the Lakers. It all depends on the health of Kyrie and the health of Kevin Durant. If Kevin Durant has been sitting long enough where he should be ready, it depends how he look out there. If Kevin Durant is out there still blowing in the wind, dropping guys off, they give Lakers work. And Kevin Durant will be coming to claim his crown as best in the world. So it really depends on, before you could jump on the Nets bandwagon, depends on the durability of Kyrie Irving and the health of Kevin Durant, because the Nets made it to the playoffs with the squad they had, and some of the players didn't even still play in the playoffs. So they got a nice solid nucleus that if Kevin Durant and Kyrie come in and ball, they're gonna be something to reckon with. Sixers got no stock in them. Bucks, no stock in them. See what happened to them in the playoffs. So unless they make a significant trade. I'm hearing rumors of Middleton for Paul George. Same option. Why would Jonathan be pissed off just like he was before? On both teams. Why would Clippers want Middleton and why would the Bucks want Paul George? Neither one gonna make neither team better. So it's a null and void trade or whatever. So other than that, that's pretty much my take. Once again, Lakers Nation, salute the Lakers Nation on their 17th championship. Salute to LeBron for his 4th championship and 4th Finals MVP. You also salute the Rondo 2nd championship. Dwight Howard just sealed his Hall of Fame career with a championship. JR 2nd championship. Waiters just got a championship. So salute to these guys that on putting together some entertainment during the COVID. Till next time.